In the quiet hills of Liberia, tucked between thick forests and rising sun, was a small village called Pella Town, a place where life was simple and faith was deep. This is the story of a man named Brother Samuel, whose life would become a living testimony that God is our only source. Samuel was born into a family of hardworking farmers. His father, Papa Jala, and mother, Mama Yata, didn't have riches. They had crops, calloused hands, and unshakable faith in God. Each evening, by the firelight, Mama Yata would open their old weather-worn Bible. She read of David, of Job, of Moses, and young Samuel listened, wide-eyed, as the seeds of faith took root in his little heart. When Samuel was just 12, tragedy swept the village. The rains didn't come. Crops shriveled in the fields. Hunger crept into every hut. His baby sister Kima grew thin, frail, and sick, not having enough to eat. Mama Yata held his baby sister and prayed. Then one night, Samuel heard his father whisper, "We have nothing left. We have prayed and pleaded with God to send us rain and save our daughter. Maybe God has abandoned us." But Samuel stood up. "No, Father, God has not abandoned us. Papa, God is God, He will make a way." That night, he prayed, and the very next morning, a missionary truck arrived. Food, medicine, hope. His sister lived. Samuel responded firmly, and hopeful Samuel never forgot. God provides, always. Years passed. Liberia descended into civil war. Rebels came. Villages burned. Samuel fled into the forest with his aging parents, guiding other villagers into hiding. With nothing but leaves for shelter and river water to drink, Samuel prayed every single night. In darkness, in danger, he led prayers. God who saved us once will save us again. And again, God answered Brother Samuel's prayer again as always. The West African peacekeepers came. The rebels fled. The people returned home. Samuel knew his life was spared for a reason. Samuel didn't just go back to farming but also began to preach under mango trees, by dusty roadsides, and to other farmers during the collective teamwork. He had no degree, no pulpit, just truth. His voice was filled with testimony, not theory. "I have seen hunger, I have seen war, but I have also seen God." Years later, Samuel got married and had a son, named Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. Emmanuel, with dark skin and strong personality, and daughter Cor was bright and tall as well. But one day, Emmanuel collapsed with fever that could not be treated by the local clinic. He was rushed to the city hospital with a diagnosis that was clear and devastating. He needs emergency surgery. It will cost $1,500. Speaking with urgency, Siad, the medical doctor at the hospital. Samuel had no money, but he had what he always had, faith. And so, right there, beside the hospital bed, he did what he always did. He prayed resolutely. "Jehovah Jireh, my God, my provider." Just outside the hospital, a wealthy businessman, Mr. Kojo, stepped out of a sleek black SUV. He wasn't there to help, just to visit a cousin. But as he walked the halls, he heard something. A voice, raw, pleading, full of faith. Curious, he peeked into the room and saw Samuel. A simple man on his knees, a frail child in bed, and a God who still writes stories through strangers. Mr. Kojo was moved. He called his guards. "Go to the bank. Bring me $1,500 now," speaking in a loud tone. Minutes later, the money was in the doctor's hands. The surgery was underway. The boy was saved. Mr. Kojo, still stunned by what he had witnessed, approached Samuel. Samuel thanked Mr. Kojo for the money and said, "You are truly a God-sent." Mr. Kojo later handed him his card, a direct line to wealth, access, and influence. "Call me anytime you need help. I'll take care of you." But Samuel smiled and gently pushed the card back. "The same God who sent you today will send another tomorrow. God is my source." Samuel responded in a calm and firm tone. Samuel returned to Pella Town with his healed son, his faithful wife, and his unshaken belief. He continued to preach, to pray, to live as proof that God still answers. He had no title, no riches, but he had everything, because he knew the truth that many still chase. Our help does not come from men. Our help comes from the Lord. And that is why he could always say, "God is my source."